Mina again, and I am doing a tag video. This is the makeup application tag, and the person who started this video is actually called Chidoll93. She is subscribed to Jen Phelps' channel. Chidoll93 does not have a YouTube channel, and she asked Jen to do this video. And the first person I saw to do this video was the Fancy Face, which is Tina, and she did this video, listed the questions, and she directed us to Jen's video as well. So I watched both of their videos and collected the questions. So now I'm going to do mine because I love tag videos and I think they're fun. So there are 10 questions, 2 bonus questions, and the first question is which step takes you the longest to apply? And I would say that would be my eye makeup because I do multiple steps to actually have a complete eye look. So that's all the way from eye primer, lastly to mascara. So that takes me the longest to do because I do it first and I also do it almost last in my makeup process. And then which step can you apply the fastest? And I would say that would be my blush for sure. Really quick. And then what is your most dreaded application step and why? And I have 2 of those. One of them is I do not care about doing eyebrows. I never got into them. I like watching other people do theirs. I like watching people doing their makeup in general. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos for that. But I do not care to do my eyebrows. So all I do is I brush my eyebrows up with this tool right here. And then I also on occasion use my eyebrow gel from ABH. But other than that, I don't do eyebrows. And then the second thing I hate doing is I hate putting on my mask after I finish my makeup. And I go to work Monday through Friday, and I put on, the days that I do get to do my makeup in the morning, I put on my mask immediately after I finish my makeup most of the time because it's time for me to go out the door by the time I finish it. So I hate doing that, but I have to. And then the next question is, which step is your favorite to apply and why? And my favorite is to apply foundation. My skin is not perfect, and I have acne prone skin as well. So I love to apply foundation because then I get to see my skin look all beautiful, and clear, and pretty. And I actually just love playing with foundation as well. Back in the day when we could go into Sephora and play with makeup, I would like always test out different foundations on my hand to see like the matches or the lack of matches. And so I love to see something the color of my skin go on my skin and make my skin look beautiful. So I love foundation, and I also love applying concealer for the same reason. And let's see, so the next question is, which step are you the best at? And I would say the one that I'm the best at is doing my lipstick or whatever I put on my lips for that day. Which step can you use some practice with? And I would say that would be, I do not bronze. That's not something I do. But I do on occasion, I contour. Like a few times a month I might do contour, and I use the Fenty Beauty matchsticks for that. And that is easy to me. But what I would like more practice with is I would love to learn how to apply contour better with powder contour, because I do not trust it. I didn't buy the release of the Fenty Beauty powder contours for that very reason. I think it was bronzer. I think it's bronzer contour. And I didn't buy that because I don't bronze, and contouring with powder or with the cream in a pan just seemed kind of scary. So I was like, I'm not going to get that. But I love the matchsticks for contouring when I like to. So the next question is, in what order do you apply your makeup? Okay, let me get my head together on this one. Okay, so the way I apply my makeup is I do eye primer first, and then I do my eyeshadow, and then I do my face primer, and then I do my foundation, and I do my concealer, and then do my blush, my highlight when I wear highlight, and then I do my setting powder, and then I do my setting spray, and then I do my lash primer, and then I do my mascara, and then I do my lipstick or whatever I'm wearing, gloss, lipstick, or lip liner, lip gloss, and lipstick, and all that stuff. So I do that last. And then, and I did say setting spray, okay. And before I used to do it like that, I actually used to do my foundation first and then my eyeshadow, but that got switched up when I used I forget, I used a palette one time and it fell all over my foundation. I had to fix it, and I was just like, I don't know which palettes are gonna do that all the time, so I just do my eyeshadow now first, and that's only been for like, I think I started that last year, maybe last year. Anyway, so then the next question is, which step can you skip? And the step that I can skip, especially because we're wearing face masks now, is I can skip wearing setting spray. So I don't always put on setting spray before I put on my mask. Yeah, so I'll skip that. I don't know if there's anything else that I skip. Oh, and on work days too, I also will skip eyeshadow sometimes. Like literally, I'll do my foundation and blush and mascara, but I can skip eyeshadow. I prefer not to skip eyeshadow, but there are days when I'm like running and trying not to run late, so I'll skip my setting spray and I'll skip the eyeshadow, and that's especially during a work day. Let's see. Which step is an absolute must? I would say my absolute must is putting on my face primer, for sure. Any unique tools you use that nobody else really uses? So I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but I know I do this particularly. I did not get this from anybody else that I know of, but one thing I don't. Okay, so with foundation, back in the day, I think I started doing liquid foundation in 2017 when Fenty Beauty came out, and I would do that whole thing on the back of my hand, and I just like, I didn't like that because most times I would remember to wipe it off, but a good portion of the time I would forget to wipe it off, and then I would have to like rub it in while I was on the bus going to work, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I gotta stop doing this. So I picked these up at Cost Plus World Market, and I have 3 of these. I actually wanted more, but I didn't buy them before the pandemic happened, so I only have those 3, and I wash them after 3 uses, sometimes after 2 uses, but I use that every time I'm doing my foundation, and I use it for, I sometimes use it for concealer as well, if the concealer doesn't have a applicator with it. Another thing I use, this is an old all-nighter setting powder. It used to be a pressed setting powder, but it got ruined, so I took it out of this compact, and then I use this specifically when I'm at home. I'll put in my setting powder in here a little bit that I'm going to put on my face that day, and I'll use this. I have 6 of these, and I use them. I rewash them. But yeah, I use this particularly to do my setting powder or my finishing powder. No, blurring or setting powder. And I clean it out like once a week. I clean out the little, I forget what those are called. But anyway, I clean those out once a week as well. And then another thing that I use when that thing is drying during the week, I'll use this. This is a dish that comes with a little glass thing. Anyway, it's a dish, and I use this. This is Cinema Secrets Powder Puff. I use this also for my setting powder as well. So I would say those 3 things are unique that I use. I'm sure there's people that use stuff that came out that's similar to that, especially because that's been around for a while. But yeah, I use those particularly. They make me happy. Just kidding. I just like using them though. And then the bonus questions is, which step alters from time to time in the way you apply it? And I would say that would be my foundation. Typically I apply my foundation with a brush, and there are certain brushes that I really, really like for my foundation, and there are certain brushes that I don't like, and I've only found that out with trial and error. So the brushes that I know that I really like, I've bought a few extras of, and anytime I see a brush that looks kind of like it, I'll get that brush as well and test it out, and if I like it, I'll get another one. So generally I apply my foundations with a brush, and then if I can see streaks in it, I'll use a blending egg from Beauty Bakery, and I'll like just buff my face, not buff it, but I'll pat my face so that it's smoothed out and I don't see the lines anymore. So I'll use the blending egg, and then other times I will just use a brush. If it's like usually a flathead brush and it's brand new clean, I notice that I don't need to use my blending egg as much. So I get to just use a brush for that application, and on occasion I'll just use the blending egg to apply the foundation if I'm in the mood for it. So that changes from time to time. And then which step stays relatively the same in the way you apply it? Blush, mascara, what else? Eyeshadows, because yeah, I only have so many eyeshadow application tools. So yeah, just about everything else stays the same in the way I apply it. I have different brushes for different, like brushes specifically for different makeup products, and they don't always look the same, but they're specifically for that product. But yeah, I think that's the end. That is the end. That is the end. So anyway, I hope other people do this video, and I hope you liked listening. I talk a lot. Anyway, but I'm done. Thank you. Bye.